If yeah. That's not English. Hello and welcome back. Today's video is going to be a little tutorial on how I cream contour on my face, hence why I have like only foundation on right now. I look a little weird, but it's fine. I'm going to be using high-end products on one side of my face and then drugstore products on the other side of my face, just so you can kind of see how I use each product. And then if you're interested in testing it out or trying cream contouring or even wanting to know how to get into it, then you have some options. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. So for the high-end side of my face, I'm going to be doing this side, and I'm going to be using the Kat Von D, I guess it's actually KVD Vegan Beauty now, but the Shade and Light Contour Kit. This is the cream one. You can tell I've used it a lot. But we're going to start with this side of the face, and then I'll move on to the drugstore side. I'm going to be going in with the ColourPop F16 brush, and then I'm going to mix these two shades together. It's more like banana yellow shade and then more peachy shade. The great thing about these palettes is that you get a variety of shades, so if maybe your skin is more neutral, more warm, more cool, then you got some options. So I just like to take a little bit of each, kind of blend them together, and then just kind of dab under my eye. You want to be applying the lighter shades where you want it to come forward, and then the deeper shades where you want it to kind of look more smaller or more in or sunken in or things like that. And put a little bit on my eyelid as well. I'm very got some veiny eyelids, and I like to just add a little bit at a time. You can use concealer for this step as well, but for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to use the actual palette that I have. But I just like to go in with a little bit at a time, get right up against that nose, and then in that triangle, just so that it kind of opens. Like, look at the difference. You can see that this eye looks just more brightened and awake, and the side of my face doesn't look as flat anymore. And I just kind of do like little like dabbing, swiping motions with this brush, just to help kind of blend it out as I'm applying it. I have really bad dark circles, so I love highlighting the under eye. I'm going to take those same shades, I keep using the same two shades throughout my face, and put a little, it's hard to do half your face at one time. Just do a little bit on my chin, and then a little bit underneath the nose, and then on the top of the nose as well. And then also forehead. If you have a big forehead, then you don't want to use the lighter shade too much. But if you have a smaller forehead, you might want to use a little more. It just kind of depends on what you're going for. If you want your forehead to look smaller, then you want to use more of the contour shade. If you want it to look bigger, you want to use more of the highlighting shade. And you can always go back in and maybe add a little concealer if you're like, oh, I like the highlighted effect, but I need a little more coverage. You can either start with the concealer or put it on top. But I'm just kind of going over the contouring, highlighting aspect of things today. Alright, now for the contouring side of this face. I'm going to go in with this shade all the way on the left side of the palette, just on a small little kabuki brush. And I like to follow where the ear is and kind of how it starts to come down. Just follow that, and it should go like right into where you can feel like your cheekbone starts, like that part that's underneath it, because that's what we're trying to accentuate. And so it looks like our cheekbones are more highlighted. So follow that down, and then just come right under it a little bit. I don't like to go too close to the mouth. I like to just keep it right up, kind of halfway. The closer in you go, the more sunken in it's going to look, and it can tend to make you look a little bit older, or it just kind of depends on your face shape. And I'm just going in little by little and adding some in there, and then I do little buffing motions, like kind of like press and flick up to blend it up into the rest of my cheekbone. Using a beauty blender makes this like really simple as well, because you can just kind of go in and like dab it out until it's as blended as you want, but figured I'd show you how I like to do it a little more like precise, I guess. Now I'm going to take that same shade just up on my forehead a little bit. Make sure I blend that into my hairline. And I'm gonna go just down the side of my nose. For me, I kind of like to follow, like, you can put your brush here, and it kind of goes where that eyebrow is. And that's where I like to kind of follow it down straight. I feel like I have a crooked nose, but I don't know why I would, because I don't remember messing it up when I was a kid or anything. I don't know, maybe I was just born with a crooked nose. And then I take a little bit, like a diagonal line right there on the tip of the nose. And then a little bit under the lip, just to make it look like you have a little bit more of a pouty lip, I guess. I don't really have the biggest lips on the planet. And then you can also, if you want, kind of carve out the jawline a little bit more. You don't want to go like where your actual jawline is, because that's, you're not going to be able to see that. You go like the teensiest bit, like on the top, tippy top of the jawline. And if you really want to get some contouring, you can chisel out your neck too. I don't really do this stuff very often, but I figure I'll show you for purposes of this video. Well, now you can kind of see the difference of like highlighted and contoured, just foundation. Highlighted and contoured, just foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and show you a drugstore product on this side of my face. This is the NYX Wonder Stick Highlighting Contour Stick. It comes with more highlight shade and then a contour shade as well. So we're gonna start with the highlighting shade. This one's a little bit easier to apply because it's just a stick, so I like to go in that triangle. Get right up near that nose. I get a lot of darkness right here in the inner corner, so I like to make sure I'm really getting that. Put a little bit on the forehead, down the nose, Cupid's bow, and chin. Now some people like to highlight this part too. I don't really like to do that. I don't know, I just have never liked the way that it looked on me. So, by the way, this was the Morphe R32 brush, if you're wondering. Now I'm going to take the Sigma Contour Blend Kabuki F79 just to blend that out so that we don't look crazy anymore. Again, most like cream contour products aren't always like the most super full coverage for under the eye. So if you feel like you need a little more, you can build it up. Or again, you can always just add some concealer as well. Just gonna go back in and add a little bit more under my eye, because I have terrible dark circles. And I've tried a million products to get rid of them and none of them have worked. I'm going to take the contour side now of the Wonder Stick, and again just follow kind of where that ear is, underneath, right underneath that cheekbone, and then add a little bit on the forehead, on the nose a little bit, make a little line right there. A little under the lip, smidgen on the jawline. We can go down there. Well, I only really do that when I'm like trying to be super glam, but since it's something I have done before, I'll include it in the process. I'm taking the same brush, just blending everything out. I just take little like dabbing, buffing motions. I'm kind of blending this jawline one down. You don't want to blend it up. You want to make sure you're blending it down into your neck to really create that shadow. I will say the Kat Von D palette, the shade I use, is a little bit warmer, and the NYX one is a little bit more cool toned. I prefer to like do bronzer to warm up the skin and then go in with like a cool tone contour shade, but I'm not really big on using cream bronzers, so hence why I'm just showing you cream contouring. Alright, drugstore side, fine side, highlighted and contoured. Hopefully you found that helpful. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. Alright, well that completes this video. Just a quick little kind of tutorial on how I cream contour my face whenever I do that. I do not cream contour every time, most of the time it's just powder, but I do like to use creams whenever I'm kind of wanted to go for that full glam effect, or a lot of times if you do cream and then set everything and then do a powder on top, it's like super glam and it will last a really long time. So I've done that for like events and things as well. Hopefully this was helpful. If not, I'm really sorry. You at least got to hear me talk for a little bit if that's what you like as well. But if you did like what you saw here today, please subscribe to my channel. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm going to try to get on a schedule of 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also follow me on Instagram at JSanchez Beauty, where I try to post just about every single day. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you back here soon. Bye!